Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Zatima Season 3, Episode 7, Losing It. All right, so y'all, before we get into this episode, please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. The more you do like, the more I do go through the algorithm, the more people start to view my commentary. On the road to 7,000 subscribers. So I already dropped the Beauty in Black review. I listened to it. It's still a good interview, but I did kind of mix the names up a little bit. But overall it is still okay. And then I'll also don't forget to check out my sister's review. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this episode. So it does pick up where it left off. Zach mad. Zach mad, hence the title, Losing It. So he's mad because he feels betrayed by everyone. So he's running out of the projects. He's trying to get to his car because he needs to find Jeremiah because of what he thinks that happened to Fatima. So while Zach is coming down the stairs, Fatima, she's on the phone. I have no idea who she's calling. I don't know, because apparently she ain't calling Angela. But Zach comes to her and like, okay, so well, everybody is really coming to Zach, and Zach ain't trying to talk to nobody. So he goes straight to Fatima. Like, Fatima, when was you going to tell me? Like, when was you going to tell me? So you didn't tell me that Jeremiah hit you. And Fatima, like, who told you that? Like, he didn't hit me. And what did he do to you? He pushed you. What did he do? And then Nathan said, I already told him. And everybody telling Nathan, shut up and all that stuff. You shouldn't have told him. And he's still trying to get it out of Fatima. Fatima, tell me right now what really happened. Because she says, Jeremiah didn't do that. He didn't hit her. She and Nathan need to get the facts straight before he start running his mouth or whatever. And Fatima's still not really talking. And you have the background people saying like, be quiet, Nathan, don't say nothing, because Zach is really trying to figure out, when did this happen? Like, when did this happen? Fatima, when did this happen? Fatima really not going to say. He looked back at the background people, and Tony, like, well, he don't want to say nothing. Nathan said, oh, it happened, a few days ago. So Zach is really mad. So it happened a few days ago, and y'all, you not going to tell me? Really, a few days ago, and you not going to say nothing? And so Zach just real mad. He real mad. So he walks off. He got to go find Jeremiah because he can't trust nobody at this point. Like, this dude done hit my fiance a few days ago. Ain't no everybody over here hush hush. I'm in the dark and I need to know what's going on. I need to find Jeremiah. Zach leaves, right? So Zach leaves. Tony goes behind him. Nathan talking about he going, but he must say, Nathan, I don't need you to interfere with nothing. You already done talk too much. And Nathan's whole thing is, well, I would want Zach to do the same thing for me if it happened to me. And so Fatima said, so do you have a record? And Nathan said, yes. And then Connie said, so do you have a brother that's a crackhead? And he said, no. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I don't want Zach to go to jail. That's what Fatima telling Nathan. I don't want Zach to go to jail. You know how he is. Like, his temper, he gonna lose it. I don't want nothing to happen to him. He got too much to lose for this. And it's not cool. So, Fatima said she finna go. Connie said, I'm going with you, Fatima. And then they end up walking out. All right. So now this leaves Nathan and Belinda. Did I go? Yeah. Now this leaves Nathan and Belinda. And so Belinda is big up and Nathan like, I'm glad you told him. I'm glad you told him. I did the right thing. Yeah, you did the right thing. I mean, context matters. Location matters. A lot of things matter in this situation because we all know that Zach is a hothead. Y'all should have planned this better. Fatima, you should have came up with an alternate solution before you made the decision not to tell Zach what's going on. You had to have known you were not going to keep this from him this long. It was going to come out. All right, so back over at Angela's house, she's there with Bryce. Bryce over there still looking beat up. They done made the decision that they are going to be friends. Okay, so now that they're friends, Angela says, she wanted to talk about the whole incident situation, the accident, and that he ran into somebody. Bryce, you ran into that car. Why people keep saying it's a car? help me. Wasn't that car driving around the corner? So he ran into another person. It wasn't just a car, it was another person. Now, if that car wasn't sitting still, somebody was in that car. Anyway, let me know. Are they gaslighting me, or am I just crazy? Or am I, was there someone in that car driving around that corner? But anyway, Bryce said that it was an accident. He didn't mean to do it. Yes, you did. You a bold-faced lie. Yes, you did. But Angela, she not pushing it. She just like, okay. Now she's giving Bryce the hint, like, okay, well, I got some other stuff that I'm about to get into. I'm about to, yeah. And so Bryce is like, oh, so you have someone coming over here. He about to get ready to come up. And she calls him cute, fine, and Bryce agrees. I was like, okay, Bryce. I mean, I know we cool, but we ain't there yet. Too soon? Yes, it's too soon. And then when a dude come in, I think his name is Sean, when he comes in, Bryce act like he don't Bryce act like he don't want to leave. He looking at Sean like, can you be my friend too? Because I can give it to you. It is what it is at this point. But anyway, Angela tells Bryce he can go ahead and leave. And also, one more thing about this conversation, now that before I go on, they bring up Zach, and Bryce said that Zach doesn't want to talk to him. And Angela says, have you called him? Yes, I called him. Well, you need to just show up over there. Why is it okay for people to just be showing up at folk house? That's not a good idea, Bryce, to be showing up at folk house. Because he really didn't want to see you in that hospital. Fatima did make him do that. And Fatima can make Zach do a lot of things, just like making him go up in that room. He really didn't want to see him. So y'all be advising these people wrong on this show all the time. But anyway, yeah. Preston is still waiting. Preston is still waiting outside Zach's door so he can sign these contracts. Deja comes back outside. It ain't lemonade. I don't know what drink this is that Deja done prepared for Preston, but I wouldn't drink it. The whole time I said, Preston, you better not drink that. Is that the Diddy juice? Please don't drink the Diddy juice. You be laid up somewhere trying to figure out your right from your left, your up from your down, your hold from your nose. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do it. Preston get the juice, and he just holding it in his hand, and Deja's thing is like, you want to come inside, you stay prepared, you got condoms, all this, she's being pushy. He talking about, I don't really need your drink, I got a cooler in the back, but he still kept it. He just telling her she being mad aggressive. And then he tries to kind of psychoanalyze her, like, why are you doing this? Are you doing this to cover up something? Are you using, sex to avoid your true feelings? Are you really this girl? How do you feel when you're by yourself alone in your house? She like, why would I be talking to myself alone in my house? I'm like, Deja, I talk to myself all the time alone in my house. I ain't crazy. I sure ain't. The voices in my head don't even tell me I'm crazy. But anyway, that's me. That's not you. And Deja said, well, So Preston's whole thing is, I know this can't be the real you. You got to be covering up something, and you need to figure that out, because right now I'm not really trying to holler at you like that because you mad aggressive. That's pretty much what this conversation is about. And they just talking about, I'm trying to be old fashioned. That juice is not going to get drank. No, it's not. So while they're over there talking, Bryce, he walks up, and that is Deja's cue to leave. And Bryce over there looking at Preston like, so what are you doing here? I'm waiting on Zach. How long have you been waiting? I've been waiting about an hour. Okay. So then that's when Preston gets out of the truck. Him and Bryce, they have these little awkward silences. And Bryce brings up the fact that about the situation between him and Zach, and, he don't know if Zach wants to talk to him or not. And Preston says, well, you shouldn't have not made decisions without him. And, Bryce said that, he understands that, and he now understands that Preston is going to be 33% partner. Bryce is okay with that. They're still looking around, awkward silences, And then Preston's like, do you want something to drink? He said, yes, 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 I want something to drink. You're not going to drink this in this glass that Deja gave me because I don't know what it is. But I do got some drinks, you know, in my cooler in the back. Bryce goes over there. He like, oh, this red cooler? Preston like, it's the only cooler back there. I mean, yes. No, the invisible blue one. It's the red one. And Bryce talking about, I can't pick it up. All right. It is what it is. Now, Fatima and Connie, they are tracking down Zach. Where is Zach? Where is Zach? Right? But while they're tracking down Zach, oh, mind you, Fatima got Zach's location, the tracker on his phone or whatever. But anyway, before we get to that, Connie is on the phone with Tony. And Tony says that, you know, he's looking for Zach too. But I thought Tony had left right after Zach. But maybe Zach done dipped and dodged him. So he says he's going up and down one street or whatever. And they just talking about, well, maybe we should call Nathan to see if Nathan has seen him. But then Fatima was like, no, she don't want to talk to Nathan because Nathan talk too much. And he'll end up telling Zach where Jeremiah is and all this other stuff. But I was like, maybe Nathan is the one person that you need to call because when we fast forward, you would see why. But anyway, they don't want to do that. So they said, well, I'll let you know if I find him. Okay, so they get off the phone with Tony. Connie is big up and Fatima like, you know, Zach really loved you. You were good for him. We know he's not the same Zach that he was back in the day because he used to be out of control. You know, Fatima has grew him up to be this big man, this good man, Savannah. And Fatima's just like, okay, well, thank you and all this stuff. And she's just saying, well, you know, Zach still has a lot of maturing to do and all of that stuff. And okay, so Fatima looking at Connie different. Like, you know what I'm saying? You seem like you cool, you know. I got my eye on you. But Connie's whole thing is I said who I am is who I am. And it is what it is. And then Fatima over there like, yeah, you know, you seem cool. That's what you say. And she also says, you know, I got family that kill people. Connie looked at her like, girl, you're right. But I was like, yeah, she's slick, dude, Connie. So it's okay to tread a little light, just a little light. That's all. But they still trying to find out where Zach is. Oh, and they did talk about the sharing location and all this stuff. And that's dope. And that's trust and all that stuff. So, yeah. All right. So now back over in the projects. Nathan and Belinda, they still there. Oh, lo and behold, here we go. Jeremiah, and now they looking at Jeremiah like, Jeremiah, you need to get out of Dodge. Zach is looking for you. Jeremiah like, I don't care. I ain't messed up about Zach. That's my brother. He ain't gonna do nothing to me. They was like, yeah, Negro, he is. Like, he is mad about what you did to Fatima. Man, I ain't do nothing to her. Yeah, you slick kind of did. You robbed her and made her hit her head and got a big bruise on her forehead, and she pregnant. Ooh, that was a lot. And then you tried to sell the girl watch. Okay, so he just like, well, I ain't doing nothing to her. I ain't scared of Zach. I ain't gotta go nowhere. And then Nathan's like, dude, you high right now. You need to go. Let's take you to Belinda's house. I'm with Belinda. Nigga, I'm not taking you to my house. Are you crazy? This thinking, I'm not taking this dude to my house. I wake up, all my stuff gone. You wake up like Quincy did. You be robbed like Quincy did on Sisters. Your air conditioner gone, your deep fryer gone, child, your ceiling fans gone, anything that got a piece of electricity, it's gone, your carpet's gone, child, your pencils and your paper gone. You wake up to a house of emptiness. Nothing. Even the copper gone, the wire's gone, child. You can't even try to plug nothing in if you do buy something because you ain't got no wires or no copper. But yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But they did it anyway. So they are over there hiding at Belinda's house. And I'm like, Nathan, are you going to tell somebody that y'all have found Jeremiah? I mean, hey, you can if you want to. But they say you talk too much. So maybe you should keep it to yourself. I don't know. But anyway, they going to Belinda's house. Okay, so now Zach is walking down the street. Tony ends up catching up with Zach, and it's heated because Zach is like, I really can't even trust you, Tony. And Tony is like, dude, you need to calm down. You need to go home. He not ready to go home. He said he not going home till he found Jeremiah. And he asks Tony, where's Jeremiah? Tony keep hesitating like he know. I'm like, do you know where Jeremiah is? I mean, I don't know. But the way he was hesitant made it seem like he was lying. He was like, no, I don't know. What you mean? See, there you go. You don't know, whatever. But at the end of the day, Tony is trying to let Zach know that you have too much to lose. Like, Jeremiah ain't got nothing. You need to just let this go. You need to figure out another way. But Zach's whole thing is he hit the only woman that I love. And Fatima is hiding stuff from me, just like my mama used to hide stuff from me. Now, Zach, you brought up your mama first. You said, just like my mama used to hide stuff from me. And then that's when Tony is like, but Fatima not your mama. Like, no, she not my mama because my mama did. I'm like, quit bringing up my mama. I'm like, dude, you brought your mama up, and your mama is there, and Fatima ain't like your mama. She just trying to protect you for the greater good, even though she did it in the wrong way. She still did it. Now, this is your opportunity to show people that I don't have to lose it all. But you know what? You gonna end up losing it. Yeah. So let's just be ready for the ride, y'all, because the ride is about to be ridden. All right, so while they over there talking, Fatima pulls up with Connie, and Fatima's whole thing is like, Zach, we need to talk. Like, can we go home, please? Like, she's like pleading with him, like, let's go home because, you know, you're doing too much. You really out here in these streets looking for this dude. Like, come on. And Zach, like, how you find me? Check your phone, your location. He looking at his phone. Oh, yeah, my location. So, but then he look at Connie like, Connie, so where Jeremiah? No, nobody know where Jeremiah is. Like, we don't know. We just want you to come home and let it go. Everybody is trying to reason with Zach, but Zach ain't trying to reason with nobody. He not trying to hear because the only thing he see, and then he brings up, so when he, because that's, okay, so then Fatima tells a story. What happened? Tell me right here, right now, right? So Fatima tells a story. You know, he came up to my job. We kind of got a little heated. He tried to take my purse. Well, he did take your purse and flipped. They wrestled a little bit, and she ended up falling, and she hit her head. And he said, so let me see your bruise. So that's the reason why you got all that makeup on your forehead, because of that. Let me see your bruise. I'm like, nah, we don't need to see this bruise right now, Zach. She's open in the public. You know, she don't need to be walking around with big bruise on top of her head. Like, that ain't gonna do nothing but make you even madder than you already are. So let's not look at that or whatever. But Zach ain't trying to hear nothing. He just mad. Like, this dude done bruised up my pregnant fiance, the woman that I love, this, that, and that, whoop, whoop. And then he gets his phone out his jacket. He turns off his location and he walks out. And everybody like, yeah, dog, what we gonna do now? So they just gonna be tracking. Pretty much tracking. Zach don't know where Belinda stay, do we? I don't think so. So somebody need to tell Zach. No, somebody need to tell somebody other than Zach that Jeremiah and Belinda house, so they can at least put Jeremiah in a safe house. Anyway, y'all, this is Sheila B. The like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what y'all think about this episode. Yeah, it was a lot of running around, huh? It sure was. But at the end of the day, consequences and repercussions. Yep, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.